guess we're not even gonna throw up the soon. Ramadan snuck up on me. Like, I knew it was coming, and then the unemployment stuff came around. Do you know it's spelled Makran and not Makram? I found that out when I was editing a VOD. Suddenly got a lot of dislikes on a short that I tagged as hashtag Makram. Makram, it turns out, is a resort town in Yemen. We're in Makran, not Makram. But yeah, Ramadan stuck up on me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Ramadan Mubarak. Wait, did I just say Eid Ramadan instead of Ramadan Mubarak in my front-end thing? It's 6 a.m. I woke up early. I didn't sleep well. I need to check my thing. I did. I am idiot. Eid is like a month from now. Let's fix that before anyone notices. No one notices. It'll never be known. Okay. Let's make the announcements that I need to make. Yeah. Oh. Ramadan Mubarak. It's stuck up on me. And it's like, oh, hi. You're here. All of a sudden. It came up on me, but we were up. We were up at early, and I ended up not eating yesterday from sunup to sundown. Besides, like, snacking on combos, which I shouldn't have been doing anyway, because doctor's orders. And Cassie noticed, called me on it, and so yeah. Gonna give it a go. I'm exempted because of my hernia, and I am going to, like, be violating by drinking all day, because I'm supposed to drink something at least every 2 hours. Doctor's orders. Cassie was there. She can vouch. But yeah, so we were up, we ate breakfast, yay. Not as big of a breakfast as it probably should have been for a Ramadan breakfast, but, you know, it's fine. We can maybe get a big dinner at the end. And we're here. So yesterday, we almost got Sama. We didn't almost get Sama. I mean, we did. Our brother-in-law, Parviz, here. His mom gave birth to him at the last moment. Gave birth at the last moment. Like, she was on the verge of not being able to have children anymore with no sons, and then Parviz was born. If Parviz had not been born, we would be the ruler of Makran and Sama. And, well, 23,000, 1,500. I think it's pretty obvious that Makran is the more powerful nation. But, in any case, I decided I should look a little at the Wikipedia for Makran this morning, and I'm gonna share it, I think. So let me get a window open here, because I thought that it was pretty cool. As I was saying, I was spelling it Makram in my YouTube VODs, which is not right. Why do I still call this Firefox? I use WaterFox now because Firefox did all this AI bullshit. Well, that's fine. Put this here. I'm going to shrink the window manually. We're just going to go Makran, Iran. Bring this up. So this is Makran, and we can zoom in a little, make it a little bit bigger. Can I? Yeah, hide the contents bar. Don't need that. Hide the appearance bar. Don't need that. Make it a little bit bigger. So This is the region we're doing it. It's southern coast of Baluchistan, semi-desert, bisected by Pakistan and Iran. We know this already. We have a lovely little image of what this terrain looks like IRL. So I guess there's it's a little it's rocky, it's hills. It's very eroded. Some maps that aren't super important. I like this image here. This is like, as near as I can tell, the area. This is basically the area that we just annexed at the end of last session. Like, integrated into our nation from our vassal. This is Gwadar. Not Gwadar. Gwadar. I'm an American, so Gwadar and Gwadar are basically pronounced the same. It's very funny to me. But outside of our capital, this is the coast of basically the most prosperous area, whose economy is centered on the sea in the real world. And it's just like this big coastal cliff. And I just think that's really cool. And Islam, Hinduism, Christianity, and Sikhism, there's religions. But as far as history, like there's a bit in the like way back. And then the Islamic conquest, you know, 500 years before the start of this game. And then they're just like, yeah, from the 15th century onward, it was ruled by these various tribes. Rind, who I think was our starting leader, who died out with no heirs. So this guy was like our founder. Traditionally associated with Chakar Khan Rind, a Balak ruler and folk hero who unified the Balak tribes. I'm pretty sure this guy was our starting ruler. We can check that as soon as we close Wikipedia. But he did not actually rule the nation for that dynasty did not rule very long. And the Boladai did not actually, I think, seize power. We're already deviated from history. But of note, like, there's no history of note during the period of EU5. It's just like, yeah, it was ruled by these various tribes. Then they resisted the Portuguese incursions, and then during the 15th century, and then the Sultanate held on to the coast during the period of British colonial rule, but eventually only Gwadar was left in the hands of the Sultan, and then Pakistan. Like, it's like nothing. It's nothing. The big nothing history, which, like, is great. It means that we don't have anything constraining us in history, like, oh, we must do this, but also it's a little sad. Yeah, let's go verify the ruling history. Okay, no, it was Ghath al-Din Rot. Yeah, so we didn't even have the folk hero dude. You had the folk hero dude's 15th century, and that was 14th century. Yeah, okay. So we just history. A reminder that EU5 is not history. The mechanics of EU5 do not properly simulate history. They are... And if you try to play the world the way, like it's EU5, you're going to have a bad time. Which, well, I mean, the American government's trying to play the world like that. Oh! We can embrace meritocracy. We can embrace meritocracy. do it. We embrace meritocracy. Yeah, the worst thing strategy games do is convince gamers they're strategists. And also convince people... The worst thing that grand strategy games do is convince people that strategy rules a country. It doesn't really. So we have embraced meritocracy. Individuals of great prestige and power often appoint those closest to them to influential positions. The advent of meritocracy as an institution and thought movement was largely popular in the courts of China. There, Confucius himself, Kung Fu himself. My ex-wife would get so mad at me when I called Confucius Mr. Kung Fu. Her mother thought it was hilarious, though. So, you know, your mileage may vary. Oh, I didn't even finish all of my announcements. I should finish my announcements. I'm sorry, people who are getting announced late. You miss me reading Wikipedia at you. For more me reading Wikipedia at you, pay attention to our upcoming secret project. That's not true at all. I'm reading actual books. Probably should be writing a script now. I've read the books, and reading the books is the fun part, and now I have to write it. So sad. I'm gonna shoot this at my kids too, even though they're gonna be at school soon. They don't care. I'm in a Discord with my kids' friends. I should just throw it there too. Haha. Hi, random children. Come watch. Random teenagers. No harm will come to you. So I think I have access to do this here. Yes. Wow. There we go. That's an announcement I should be making more of. Okay. Yay! We've embraced meritocracy. What does this give us? Ryan Pog, let me just take a look. Because meritocracy's age of traditions. We have some new stuff. So we have cabinet efficiency. Love cabinet efficiency, always. Tax efficiency. Love tax efficiency. Literacy. Love literacy. Legislative efficiency. Travel road cost reduction. This is a happy day. Integration speed. Yo. Clear my tech queue. We have learned the importance of staffing our bureaucracy with people who know what the fuck they're doing, and it's gonna empower us. Power projection. What is power projection? How much power projection a country has. Thank you. Higher power projection can exploit nations with less. If ours is higher than other nations, we'll be able to build trade offices, slave centers, missions, and other buildings in their locations. Higher power projection is the quicker our colonial charters can take control. Okay. So that's good for fighting against the Portuguese. The state enrichment reduction, which is how much they can withhold from their taxes. So we get tax evasion, and then we give our estates a penalty for tax evasion. Tax efficiency, then penalty to tax evasion. I want every single tech in this. Like, I was a little about what's going on by the default in there, but I want all of this. What order do I want it in? I'm gonna go straight for provincial governors. And then meticulous accounting. That's worth the money. And the stability hit to embrace meritocracy. We now have meritocracy. We're like one of the last people in the region to get meritocracy, but still. Yay, meritocracy's everywhere. Legalism. Everywhere. Everyone appreciates the law. Feudalism. Everywhere. Everyone appreciates that vassals can handle things. Dulor has allied Bundelkind. I don't like that. What? Oh my god. Our institutions are popping up all over the place. We're going to get professional armies soon. Okay, I don't think it's worth it to go, like, massively deep into stability, so we're going to wait till our stability recovers, especially when we still have to work through meritocracy, but... Carson Bay loses fortune. No, I thought it said loves. Carson Bay are artists who's named for us twice, apparently, has lost their fortune. Oh no. I'm getting a message from my kids. Oh, I sent the thing. I asked there's a riddle that I got from, I think it was from Cassie. My kids are skipping all of my announcements and going straight to this riddle from days ago. Like, okay, we give up. What's the answer? Well, they should come to us. The riddle is, how do you escape from a cement box with no holes, no doors, nothing? Just you and a mirror. The answer is that you look in the mirror and you see what you saw. So you take that saw, you cut the mirror in half, and since two halves make a whole, you can jump out that hole. It's so fucking stupid. I had never heard that before, and I loved it the second I heard it. Yeah, let's say Carson Bay has lost fortune. Carson Bay joins the commoners? Or we spend money. Eh. I don't care if Carson Bay's a commoner. While we're waiting for this annexation, let's take a moment and see what we would get from banking. How prioritized do we want it? Especially since professional armies will probably come relatively swiftly. So banking will give us more loans, naval range, colonial range, ship repair, diplo range, docks, which give us sailors and harbor capacity. I want that. Protected harbors, which gives us harbor capacity. Better boats. I don't know we have the economy to maintain a navy, but once we did, banking would be important. Minting threshold. That's just free money. Pop promotion's good. Trade range is good. Spy network is good. Encouraging urbanization gives us local pop promotion. I don't know, that's not actually that important for us. Infiltrate administration lifts fog of war. I mean, that's useful. And then trade range, maritime presence I like. Butter, cabbage, Poundlock canals. I don't think we'll have any use for that. Max literacy is good. There's a couple more boats and Entroport. So many things come out standardized coins. Counting houses, which cost a bit to build and give us some local crown power. They have to be built in towns, so Banking really feels like it's not super important just because we aren't going to have the access readily to good towns. Bureaucracy seems pretty okay. Yeah, it's definitely not worth tanking our stability super low for, so we can wait on it. Professional armies, though. Gunpowder. Gunsmiths. Handgunners. Bullfreeze. Cavalrymen. Slave centers. Armories. Man-at-arms. Supply carts. Supply depot capacity. Recruitment laws. Plated knights. Recruitments, like professional armies. We want that. I again don't think it's going to be worth tanking our stability for, but I think if we get to the point where we're comfortable to take another institution and we have to choose between banking, Renaissance, and professional armies, we're taking professional armies because we need to be able to punch above our weight in our region. The Amir Qasim Bey Rindlashari is going crazy. Reduce the admin. That's bad. I don't like it. Oh, it's fine. Not what I can do anything about it. Horticulture is almost finished, which is going to hurt our income a little bit, but help us towards centralization. Let's see. Building road rights, communal lands, vassal subjects, manorial courts, feudal administration. We do need to do a bit. Got our stability investment. That's good. Oh, fine. We're doing pretty okay. We're not having too many troubles. We ended up getting that alliance, didn't we? Yeah, we ended up doing that. So we are committing to kind of going west before we go north, which I think makes sense. I don't think we're going to have much in the way of war early on because we're integrating. We're integrating Josk. Basically, we're going to be integrating a lot of stuff. And my real question is about whether we want to actually move the capital. I think I do, but I don't think we can afford to. Hey, kid. You're... Don't got nothing. Ah, you're gregarious. That's a madman. Early on, I was like, double down. Halig. But then, now I'm like, diversify. Because you kind of need everything in your ruler. Gross noise, oh no. Tea? No tea on the market? That's so sad. I'm sorry, I had to sneeze really bad, so I muted my mic for a moment. It's probably going to happen again. I have a bit of a sniffle this morning. Ilkhanate is weakened. No! I think it's fine. I don't care about the Ilkhanate, if I'm entirely honest. Maybe if I was playing the Jallyrids, I'd care. That could be an interesting, fun game to play. Not soon, because we're playing this one, but, you know, forming the oak in it would be fun. Reflection of our society's spiritual ways, Amir Carson Bey has momentarily attained a higher level of consciousness and gained divine vision, showing him that he must improve before the country improves. He's currently suffering a bout of madness, so okay. He is no longer who he once was. The spiritual experience has driven him to become better. He must fulfill his vision to see the Emirate of Makran rise above. Heavens bless us. Gains a ruler trait, gains a general trait, gains an admiral trait. We move to spiritualist. We gain legitimacy, or fine. What did we get? Carson Bey. Ruthless. Our ruthless scholar. We can claim the throne of Bomb. Bomb's our vassal, though. So we're not going to do that. Cameroon. That I might do. When is our truce up? Three years. I might go back and just do that. If I can claim that throne, I might just claim the throne. But we can't now. We have to wait 3 years. But yeah. When does that expire? 19. Cameroon, we may have our final war soon. It has been a pleasure punching you for money for the last like 3/4 of a century. But we may just claim your throne now. Expand our little collection of kingdoms. I can munch on some licorice. It's not sunrise yet. Probably have another 10-15 minutes until I'm really supposed to stop eating for the day. The annexation of Jask will come before the truce with Cameron's over, so our diplo capacity will be fine. Trust. No problems. We just have to chill for a couple more years till the truce with Cameron's done. Then we can push Carson Bey's claim on the throne and expand. You know, it doesn't seem like much, but this is some very valuable land. 2 tax base in Bandar Shirak. 2 in Bandar Leng. Half a ducat in Bandar Kamir. That's still better than most of our country. 1.5 in Cameroon itself. 18 tax base in Ormuz. Please say that there's a separate province in there. No, it's all the province of Cameroon. So we're not going to be able to divvy that up, which means it's going to be an expensive hit on our dip capacity. But we're in the process of eating our vassals, so it should be fine. We found a holy relic in Ramishk. So Ramishk here. on the coast of the lake that doesn't exist anymore. The ulema claim it's no longer aligned with our religious doctrines as it was lost. It should be burned. So we can go to jurisprudence, or we can obtain a work of art. Since humanism is our real aim. That. Come here, look at our culture, our works of arts. We have the Unnatural Lord. Discovered from the beginning. We have the Trivial God. Sword of Calamut. The Pathetic Man. The Jewels of Calamut. The Crown of Karan. And the Anthracite Mother. And if we sort by, not location, but by date. The Sword of Calamut's what we just found. Yeah, we're going to keep this masterpiece sword as part of our royal regalia. We're not burning that. The ulema can chill. even after doing that, the ulema is still at 62% happy. The ulema's fine. Okay. Jonathan here. Our beautiful daughter, Jonathan, is slow. Oh, diplomacy, I think, is our most important trait in case you ever end up on the throne. You won't, you're a daughter. And... but still. This will be done on the 21st of March, 1417. So that's what we're waiting for. April 2017. In April 2017. Let's see. You've got 700. You've got 700. So that's 1,400 together. On our own, we have 1,800. If our vassals aren't idiots, then we'll be fine. We know our vassals will be idiots. I should enable scootage for you if I haven't already. Yeah, it's not going to benefit me much, but it's going to help reduce... basically, this corner is where the idiots are. Not so much Jask, but like, just in this corner, they rush in. Back here, they're far enough away that they pick up on the army and group up before they get in there. But the border over here is... do I have you on scootage? I should have you on scootage too, Kolwa, just because you give me more money than anyone else. And I'm not going to be annexing you for a bit. So you should be on scootage to give me even more money. I've done that ages ago. So Kolwa's giving me half a ducat. Manob's giving me almost half a ducat. Jask, we're going to lose that very soon. Buleda is giving us some pretty solid money. Well, we're going to integrate Buleda fairly soon, too. Just because I can't keep the low capacity. We're going to need to eat people. Kanaj, basically nothing. Bomb, basically nothing. But I don't want them to be sending armies through. Relations with Sama? Oh, Sama's our ally. Were you not paying attention last session? Sama is our ally? It's ruled by our brother-in-law, who was born at, like, basically the last moment that his mother could have had children. Robbing from us the crown of Sama that we very nearly inherited. No, we're allies now. They're allied with Dundar and Makran. They love us. We're besties forever. We gave up all of our claims on the territory they took from us to preserve that alliance. That's what matters. Oh, you're 600 more people. That's annoying. Right before war. That's okay. Mwah. I'm aware. I'm teasing. Because we are in like the same room, Cassie doesn't like listen to the stream and kind of loses track of what's going on because there's a delay to the stream, and she hears me talking IRL, you know, enough time before what's on the stream that she doesn't really get what's going on sometimes, and it's fine. I'm teasing. But no, relations are good with Sama. We're gonna be fine. We can ask for money even. They have asked us for... Oh, they have asked us for gold. You know what? Sure. We will give you gold. You gave us like 40 gold a while ago, and we invested that into our area. You can have some gold back. It's nearly road time. I should make the road from Kalmat to Watar, if I can. Not to be confused with Gwadar. This is where we saw those beautiful cliffs in that photo on Wikipedia. This is the slightly less good place that, that we don't have a road to yet because it was expensive. So to build this road, it cost 180. Do we have gravel roads as an option? No. I don't need a parliament. I don't need a parliament right now, so we won't. We'll wait on the parliament till it's more useful. Mudalgan's reached the age of 16. He's our second cousin and a courtier in the Emirates. Yay! Parties! We love parties. Tavovich can have a better education. Tavovich is intelligent. Tavovich is a daughter. So, Diplo. Easy rule. Another daughter! Once again, people can put in name queues. We get so many characters to name. We have characters to name, we have provinces we can name. We're not gonna be picky. If you want to spend your shinies... Well, I think I'd rather have characters get named over other things. Dask has been annexed. So this is going to hurt our income a little. Let's look at our proximity. After the end of month. Because right now it's showing us having perfect proximity in Bandar Ijask, which is our first town. We have a town. So we have... That's our roads. And we have no proximity over here, which is not great. It means we also have... Well, we have a lot of control now, but our max control here... 22. Not great. But I want this town. And this is because it's a town. If we look over here, max control is 0. Max control is 0. So what I want to look here, in here. There should be something we can do, something we can go here. No, that's only in cities. Gosh darn it. We can build temples. I don't think that creates a proper center of control. The madrasa, same. What I can do is a wharf. I think I want to do a wharf here. Get some sailors going. Okay. Yay! Jask has been integrated. What's that do to my Diplo capacity? Not much. Our alliance with Sama and our alliance with the Mithrabanids are doing a lot of it. Minab is doing a lot of it. Really, those three are our entire capacity. Gamron's going to be a lot of it, too. We need to be looking to integrate Weleda if we can. Means we need to get our relations up because they're mad about the integrations. Sorry. No, it's been eaten by the claimant of the Ilkhanate, and that has allegedly weakened it. Talig here. Just gifted, okay. Good things with a stick, Talig. Be a potential crown commander. Oh, and we missed. We blew right past. Okay. Gamron? Even with your new friends, I am afraid that we have a claim on your throne. And we're gonna push it. That's a little worse than I'd like. Little bit more opposition than I would like. But we don't need to go as big as I would want to. Okay, so we're gonna do the thing I like to do. We're gonna raise all of our armies into Bashagad. And we're gonna hope that our... I thought I had you on Scootage. Hope you don't go do anything stupid. So many land donations are quite old and are always documented. Both landscapes and names may have changed since the domain was given. Recently, the Ulema have been accusing members of the nobility of outright land theft in the form of encroaching on lands donated to them long ago. You can side with the Ulema and piss off the nobles by 20%. We can piss off the nobles by... the Ulema by 20%. Or we can piss off everyone by not enough to matter. Oh, I see. We're at war with you. You're our vassal. Our vassal is somehow involved on the other side of the war. That's slightly concerning. Let's go take care of you. And make sure that we have a crown member in charge. Liwar, you're actually really good, so you can run the army. People may join up with me because this is going to be a dangerous war. Less dangerous now that this is done, but still. It's going to be a dangerous war. They're going up towards Bomb. Yeah, Shanvankara is causing problems. Slow this down to speed 3. I would like my vassals to join me. We can fight them over in Kaleja, Gaj. Okay, they're gonna have some morale issues, so let's bop them. We should be fine from a morale end. We have a pretty well-balanced force, except for that one flank. There's not much we can do about it. So, fight. How's this going? We're melting them. Like, it could be going better, but we're gonna win the fight, I'm fairly sure. I'd like reinforcements to be 100% sure. Okay. That's good. Where are you all going? Oh, God. I think I'm going to chase you. And also, I'm going to come to my vassal here. You should be my vassal, Kanaj. I'm not quite sure what happened. Can't sue for PSU quite yet. I think we need to have the 100%, but it's fine. Whew. I don't want to get cocky. I feel like we're winning, but I've gotten posed and I thought we were winning before, so I don't want to get cocky. They're going back there. Let's not go crazy. Our morale is important. We won that fight on the back of them being weakened on morale. So I don't want to do things too much. Okay, let's go to their capital. Claim their capital, because this war, our goal is to take the capital. So if we take the capital, that should give us ticking war score, and then we can go kick Chanbakar out of the war. And I don't think we're going to worry about Hazar. Let's try to pronounce it properly. Hazara Spids. Hazara Spids. We're not going to worry about the Hazara Spids up there because they're far away and we're not. This is not a war where we're taking a bunch of land. I mean, we are, but it's we're claiming the throne. We're not conquering a bunch of land. We're not punching out a bunch of money, though we will punch money out of Chanbankara. I don't want to walk all the way up through Injuid land to punch money out of them. That's too far. Okay. When Kanuj falls, we should be able to kick Kanuj out of there. Make sure they stay as vassal. Like, if I have to force them into vassalization, I will. I created them. They should be still my vassal. I'm not quite sure how they got involved in this war on the other side. I imagine it's a family matter. Like, who's the ruler here? Your mother is that. Your father is that. I don't know. I don't know how you got involved. Ah, I see. Okay. The Countess we gave this territory is we married her to the guy who became the leader of Gamran. So that's why Kanuj ended up over on their side. Well, we can't vassalize you. I assume that means that you're going to remain our vassal. Pay war reparations. Give us your money. Be humiliated. And hopefully you're still our vassal after I click this button. Yes, you are. And you still are pretty okay with us. No hard feelings. You had to fight on your husband's side. We understand. And we had to humiliate you and rob your treasury. Because, you know, this is what we have to do. You all understand. Oh, they're coming to Gamron. Oh, we'll be able to bop them in Gamron. Yeah, okay, so they're running to Ormuz. And we'll turn right around and take this fight in Gamron. Bop them. And then there's a question of whether we go down to Ormuz. I think we go up. Kick Sav out of the war. Kavankara. Where are your provinces? I should know by now. Yeah. It's food supply issues. We need to take Janat Sahar in order to have food access to siege down the capital there. But again, we just kind of want them out. We're not really interested in a lot. I think we may as well punch them for all the money that we can get out of them, because that's what we do. And we need 180 ducats to build the road we want to build. Speaking of which, the nobles will be fine. They'll get over it. Not going to take them very long. Not going to take them too long. We need money to build a road. You understand. The nobles will understand. We need money. Not a big deal. It's probably a pretty big deal, actually. Okay, they're coming here to de-siege that, which is the war goal, which is fine. I think we turn this off. See if our vassal will go fight the war goal. Our vassals might. They might not. I think we take this and then we just go back. Smack the war goal. We do need to keep them from this. Secret of the Naft. Ethiopia has offered us a sum of money if we sell to them some of our weaponry, specifically the Nafts. We can accept that'll allow them to use it against us. Ethiopia's not going to use it against us. We'll get a lot of money. We're not in a situation where we're going to be facing off against Ethiopia. It's fine. It looks like our vassals are going to go try to take Gamron back. I hope. Yes. I'm gonna go with them. All the enemy armies are down in the south. I don't trust them not to reinforce. If it looks like they're gonna have this, no problem. Okay, they're gonna have this, no problem. They're all going. We can go siege down Niche. My vassals should be fine. Hopefully they sit here and siege Gamron. So, the enemy army did reinforce. What are my vassals fucking doing? You guys took way more casualties than you needed to. Please siege Gamron. Okay. No. Fuck the war goal. We're gonna siege this random thing here. wrong with vassals? A Dalavi exile. Jayasakti is willing to come join us. Well, Jayasakti? You're pretty good? And it pisses off Delhi and it gives us prestige. And that's all stuff I want. Okay, here's the question. Are you gonna sit... No. Why would my vassals siege the Wargle? Why? Why would they even consider it? That would make sense. That would progress the war towards its conclusion. Vassals just walk into enemy armies and die. It was a fluke that they won that fight. They were trying to kill themselves to hurt me. That's how we understand how vassals work. More exiles? I will love to bring some exiles in. Grow our population. This siege is not going swimmingly. We've failed the 42% like 3 times now. It's well, our last war against Cameron for a while. I should be looking to come back to Kerman. Eat this little area here, but that's a pretty that's some pretty nasty mountains. There's a lot of nasty mountains in Iran. I don't know if you know this. Does Tehran exist in this time period? Tehri does. I bet that's Tehran. Nope. I was wrong. I don't actually know where Tehran is. I don't know enough about the geography of this area in the modern day. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, wait, we have 400. We need 5,000 people. No. We do have enough here. We are founding the town in our capital. Our capital is going to be a town. That's going to start helping our economy so much. Being able to build town buildings in our town. Begin developing burgers. Badar is probably also valid as a town. Yeah, this is gonna be great. I completely did not realize. Ooh, Farah here has come of age. Our daughter. Can we get a good relationship for our daughter? Well, the Ingenids probably worth a bit. Sheik there. Well, I think the Ingenids are probably better. What do we have in the Ingenids? Why? They're Malik. Well, give us some prestige. I love getting prestige for marrying my kids off. Okay, here's our $4,000 question. We haven't even been in the war for 12 months yet, so we can't piece them out. This is such a quick little skirmish for the throne of Makran. Things are coming up. Things have been improving for the region. We are nowhere near, like, even a region, like, we're just a normal power. We're nowhere near being someone that, like, a European would know existed. Or probably even, like, your average person in China or India. Folk in India are probably, like, they're aware of Sama, but they're probably not aware of Makran. Come on. We're winning, but I would like to punch... I would like to punch Shabakara for money before we win this war. I would appreciate that as an option. So, I would like the siege to click through. You know, before we get a call for peace. Good morning, son. OMG. There's troops. What are you gonna do? Where are you going, you 99 troops? Are you gonna try and disrupt the siege? Oh, you're gonna try and get Nehriz back? There's not enough of you to get Nehriz back. I'm being cocky. I'm being cocky. Someone's gonna get pulled into this war and stomp me. When can I separate piece you out without ruling you? May. Okay. I'm gonna zoom out and we're gonna wait for May. We can speed things up a little. Keep an eye out for armies or new red borders. See, Kabul's growing. What's going on with Kabul? Oh, Kabul, you ate Negu. Good job, Kabul. Hey, look, it's the Bestie Horde. Besud. I hope that they get lucky and take over Kabul so there's a great big Besud and I can be going, oh, I need to fight my bestie. That sounds like a fun thing to say. Okay, we are at the point where we can embrace any of the institutions. I didn't realize that we were at that point. Let's get the professional armies embraced. Let's get the Renaissance embraced. And you know what? We can go a little under stability for banking. We have all institutions embraced in the Age of Renaissance. Before the Age of Renaissance ended, we got all institutions embraced. Let's go. Our tech tree is everything now. It's slightly intimidating. But we have all institutions. Siege of Ige is over. I could have probably peaced last month. That's fine. Hi. You will give me all your money. You will give me your war reparations. You will be humiliated. Thank you. And Cameron. Hello. Where's my claim throne option? The claimant is already the ruler. Take all your maps. See, this is disappointing. This is disappointing. I wanted you to be in a PU under us. Well, okay. Oh, I see. We can just take this. I don't need that. So we can take this. We have to take the fort. Okay. The grr. We'll go help in the fort. Hey there, buddy. Are you willing to pay to leave? No? Okay. I guess I'll skin off my back. Enforce a personal union. And now you became the leader the marriage union. That's not cool. Well, I will pay that. That's fine. The nobles are already angry. Love that we have all the institutions already, and we never felt like we were out of tech. Okay, so this is done. Well, I did say this was going to be the last war. I thought we were going to get a PU over you, but apparently we can't. That's not going to happen. So if we just take Cameron and the money, this is going to piss off no one that matters. And then I guess we release a vassal. That's what we're gonna have to do. Okay. Yay! That was not the intended. outcome of the war, but that's fine. Create a subject in Makran. Create the historical subject in Makran, actually. Vassal. As ruled by some dude. We have disloyal subjects because of too much country strength of our vassals. That's kind of what I was concerned about. We are significantly over that. That's slightly concerning. We'll have to figure out how we do this. Okay, we don't have disloyal vassals anymore. Are you ready to be annexed? Not yet. Look at our control. There's like no control up there. Who's disloyal? Everyone. Everyone's going to be disloyal on and off. That's annoying. Let's go ahead and fund the farming estates. Do I have any laws I can do that will improve loyalty of my vassals? So we're going to look through. Looking for anything that has vassal loyalty or will help our power. By blood. I kind of want that. I didn't realize that we didn't have that already. By blood is important. Noble levies is probably important. Getting rid of censorship is probably important. We have a better education here. Without education, it's burghers, peasants, laborers, sailors, soldiers. It's everyone. And it's better. Not really. Mining law is fine. Precious metal district is fine. Necessary. Okay, so what I want, I'd like to change a law. We'd like to change our integration system. Would be faster. That would be nice, but I think it's more important to improve our power, and noble levies will do that. So we're going to get some stability hit, but that's fine. Loyalty is because of unsupported, unused Diplo capacity. I think our... Goodness gracious. Makran is 13. I knew they'd be a lot. I didn't realize they'd be 13. Should have known that they would be. I'm pretty sure we had this encounter before. I'm going to transfer a location to Manob. Manob, take Ormuz. How's that do? It's going to make Manob stronger. Hopefully it brings Gamron into something tolerable. Doesn't actually help us much. You know what? I think we just go ahead and we cancel the vassal status there. Not until 1425 because of the truce. Okay. How much can we take from an ob? Oh, interesting. That made Manob our big one, not Gamron. So Ormuz is the problem. This right here is the problem. Incidentally, that's the province I don't really want. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to transfer that location back to Gamron. Because Gamron, I don't mind if they're angry at me as much as I do Manob. We're going to seize it from them. Why can't we seize it? They need loyalty. Gosh darn it. Who do we have with a good subject loyalty? No one, because Canuge does. I'd have to give Elvis over to Canuge. They wouldn't be loyal anymore. Okay. Here's what I think we do. We support loyalists in Gamron. That should make them loyal. Then we can seize Ormuz. And sell it to somebody. Somebody should be willing to buy that island from us. And that should go... We'll need to go back to get it later. It's Manob and Bomb are the only ones who are upset now. Everyone else is seeing the funny side of it. Okay. And importantly, Buleda. Do I just eat it? Do I just eat it? Do I just eat these penalties? The crown power hurts. The prestige, it hurts. But I'm not integrating Manob or Bomb next. I think I just eat it. What's my income looking like from my vassals? Support loyalists in Manob if I can. For the sake of my income. This is reducing my prestige, and my crown power reduction is hurting my income. We have pain here. I think it's fine. What's our diplomatic spending? What are we spending on diplomatic spending? Oh, it's just that. This is fine. Let's give you a temple. That'll help us with control. And now let's look for what's going to give us money. Distillers Guild. Winery. I don't feel comfortable building those during Ramadan. But I will anyway because money. There we go. Our first town building on the way. That's going to help significantly with our income. And then... Can we start annexation anywhere yet? No. Fine. Oh, and also, Gamron. Sake of everything. Scootage, please. Give me more money. Okay. 1.9 ducats a month with all the penalties going on is not too shabby. I can live with that. And, you know, I have Gamron. I'm gonna live with it. I'm gonna eat the penalties. Diplomatic capacity is crown power is only a number. Okay. We have everything to look at. Since we have access to everything, we have everything to look at. We need to decide what we want. Cultural influence, yes please. Stone output and more cultural influence, yes please. Town founding, not immediately. Chancery level. Which is... willing to build in the capital that ups literacy for nobles and burghers. Okay, we'll want that eventually. Government reforms. That way, I think we will want. That sounds very good. It's potentially good enough that we're going to want to look to see what government reforms we have before we click that. Cost of court. Cuts down our money. Universities. Okay. That might just be what we go for. But also, we need power in the short term. Let's see, banking we already looked at. The ship stuff, the harbors, spy networks. Like, there's nothing that we want immediately into banking. Except potentially minting threshold. Recruitment speed. Armory. Where's Armory? This is the building that will give my manpower. And that will give me standing armies. So... go armories. And then university. Port accounting. University. That is the chain that we want to push things through. Hey. Excellent. It's only 1420. We're only a little bit behind the curve. We're only a little over our diplomatic capacity. Really, we're only 200% over the limit. It's fine. The penalties aren't that bad. Penalties are kind of nasty. TBH, everyone is disloyal again. Yeah. Okay. I think we do have to do it. I'm sorry. Okay. We're going to seize Hormuz ourselves. I'll go a long way towards solving our problems. What's our max control in Hormuz? Nothing. But also... I think we just hold it ourselves. I don't think we give it to anyone. I guess there's someone who wants to buy it. Okay. Do you want to buy Hormuz? Not buy, sell. You want to buy Hormuz? Not for enough. Engineers, do you want to buy Hormuz? Sure. How about, do you want to buy Hormuz? Sama, do you want to buy Hormuz? Probably not. Really, it is just Jolfar here that wants to buy Hormuz. Question. Can I create a custom subject in Hormuz? I can create a separate Gamron. So I'll create a separate Gamron in Hormuz. Ruled over by a member of our crown estate. And then you I can cancel vassalization of. There you go. So that's that trouble out of my hair. Gamron's our only disloyal subject. They're going to see the silly side as time goes on. And we're only 73% over our limit. Hormuz was the problem. And now they're independent. And I would like to offer a guarantee. Which, yeah. I want them to stay independent so that we can take them later when we've got our internal diplomacy a little bit more settled. So, let's improve relations there. Baleda... Not there yet. We're waiting. We're back to waiting. Back to playing the waiting game. Money to finish our road. Build some more roads. Maybe some more buildings. Opinion to integrate. Tech to build. Oh, wait, actually. We should have a soldiery building that we can build. Yeah, sergeantry. You give me manpower. can build you. Manpower in the capital. Coming soon. Puff out our chest a bit more. We are in need of just integrating a bunch of these vassals, even though we won't control that land because of diplo capacity. That's the situation we're in. Greens de jure blood is probably important. It's going to be a little while till we can start integrating again. When is our next parliament? A little while, a little under 4 years. I think it's probably going to be about 4 years till we can integrate again too, so we might get a chance to ask for another law change before the integrations really go very far. Our horsemen have the skill and ability of stuff. Yay! I don't think we have very much cavalry. If we look at our levies, can we look at the contents of our levies? I guess not. Would like to be able to look at the contents of our levies, see what we would get, but I guess that's just not an option. Galliarids. You're losing a fight. Against the Injuids. What is your war? The Injuids just want something from the Galliarids and are taking it. Oh, they want that, probably. They want Machul, most likely. That's Jallirid. Considering the situation, though, the Ilkhanate might not be super long for the world. Cameron, are you paying me money right now anyway? No, because you're disloyal. Or you're paying less because you're disloyal. Well, they'll see the funny side. It's going to be fine. They're not forming an independence movement. They're not doing anything like that. They'll calm down. They're just mad that we took Ormuz. But we had to. We had to take Ormuz and we had to release it on its own. Otherwise... yeah, problems. Okay, so you're done here. We need a new person. Oh, we don't have the money for it. Because we spent the money on the loan. We could actually take loans. We spent the money on the surgeonry. Let's grab Diwar here. You're on the crown. You're really good. I don't know that we want you doing that, though. What is the thing that I feel is most important? I think it is development. I think I want development in Altiz, though, to try to promote our control in that area. Yes. I want to try and push control. Okay. Let's spend a little bit less on culture. Yeah, it's just 0.1. It's just 0.1. I don't think that's worth spending any money on right now. Trade income is okay. Diplomatic income is pretty okay. When Gamron... I mean, Gamron's going to pay us less because they don't have Ormuz anymore, so... eh. But for the time being, it's fine. We're giving loyalist support to a couple people. It's a little annoying to try and see where we're giving loyalist support. I think we're giving loyalist support in Manab. I don't think we need to anymore. Cancel support for the loyalists. Zaruk here. Military and admin capability. Well, get that diplomatic education to balance yourself out. You need to like me a little bit more. You need to like me a lot more. I think we're going to just improve relations with our vassals. Start over there. Give us more naval forces. We need actual, like, naval focus. So we'll have to live with that for now. Leda. How are you feeling about getting inside of me? You're down. Nom nom. Get inside of me. And Kolwa. Get out here. Okay. We're focusing on diplomacy internally right now. That's just how things are going. And we're saving money. Okay. We're not going to have as many nice wars for punching money out of people, though. It's like, a war up here is going to be against the Ingenids. A war with Kerman's going to be against the Ingenids. So... yeah, we're getting out of the phase of the game where we're going to be just fighting little easy wars. Eating Gamron, it's just, we're not going to have that option. Actually, we might have that option. You. We released you. Rivals with them. Hi. We can just go to war with Ormuz and punch money out of them. Yay! We've saved that. We're throwing a party. We have an unmarried son. You have some women that you're willing to marry him to. Goris here is pretty dang good. not as lot of prestige. We are bleeding prestige because of being over Diplo capacity. It's fine. You can punch money out of Hormuz. They have pearls. It's gonna be fine. I was like, okay, we don't have... This is sad. We don't have anyone to punch money out of. But no, we do. We have someone we can punch money out of. Do we want to do that in our next parliament? I think we might. Hello. You. Country action. Ask for money. Gustar is willing to give us some money. Not a lot of money, but you know what? Free money. Free money's free money. It's going to be a while until we can... our parliament, so we'll save our next diplomat to go to war. Save our next diplomat to go punch Cameron for money. Not our vassal Cameron. Oh, it's just called County of Hormuz. Okay. You're my little brother, but we're gonna punch you for money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You may be our little brother, but you're also our piggy bank. We need it. We need to fund the building of our roads somehow. We have a couple people to do bonuses to. Our gallant child Kalag and our gallant child Kegad. Kegad and Kalag. Most gallant 3-year-olds you've ever seen. Bucktier doesn't have anyone to marry. Oh no. So we can lose all of our money. Or have the nobles be annoyed for a bit. Our heir is unmarried. Oh no. There's no one around to marry our heir. Well, there's nobles. I don't want to marry a noble. Oh wait, we can chill. We can relax for a bit. No, Sillyman! Sillyman! Our heir, Sillyman, came of age and immediately died in an hunting accident. Oh no. Now, Abulfazi is our heir. Recruitment speed. Things are going well. Maybe I don't need the armory. Got manpower. We may not have the money to actually maintain anything. It's 200 ducats. One of these units of footmen. I might just do it anyway. Is it really worth it? I think it is. Not great. It's not... The regulars were a little overpowered early on in... early on in earlier versions. Gurgen is forming and growing. That's a potential issue. Ottomans are attacking the Eretnids. The Ottomans eat the Arachnids. Only the Jalurids are around as a claimant to the Ilkhanate. I think that the Ilkhanate might not have a Borgian claimant anymore at that point. Well, our income went down. That's not great. We had some trade issues, it looks like. We're getting up there. We can probably afford to spend less on stability. Breeding guilds, right. We can gain stability and happy commoners. We can gain a bunch of iron. We can gain trade advantage. We can gain prestige and happy... No, let's take happy commoners and stability. I like stability. Our new heir is of age. And there is no one around to marry any of these young men. That's not great. Our heir to have a spouse at least. There's some people who might not. County of Ormuz is mad at us. Dhofar is mad at us. Well... Ormuz is still mad at us. Sorry, few of Shia? That's funny. What's the religion spout mode? Oh, there are little pockets of Shia all over the place. Okay. That's silly. Sam, are you still Shia? Or Sunni? Yeah. You're still Sunni. But government, there's widespread support among the commoners and the nobility. We can gain stability, we can gain legitimacy, or we can just put the money in our pockets. And I am inclined to do that. And then repay my loan. Yay! Money! We love money. What's our control looking like? Kind of miserable over here. In Sendirk. But Sendirk is our only province that has no control. And Kali is no longer in the Ilkhanate. Kalail is no longer in the Ilkhanate. I actually think I need to be worried about you. Iraqi Ajam. Got 20,000 people. Got a bunch of pretty loyal vassals. We have to focus internally for now, but I am worried about you. Fortunately, we have our alliances over here. That's why we're doing those alliances. We'll do a quick run of our children. No one's around to marry anyone. Hi. Council. I think I would love to fail sponsoring the Noble Arts as we ask for a casus belli here. I'm willing to piss off the Ulema and lose some stability for that? Not really. Not going to be enough. Okay, what friends do you have? No one. Hi. Hi, little brother. Don't worry, we're just gonna punch you for some money. We're coming to punch you for money. That's what we're doing. Hey, be supportive of us. We only have 200 people. Hey, support in the parliament. That means that will take us from 27 to 49. 50. And some opinion of Bengal. Relax, it's fine. We'll put our heir in charge of the army. No way that can go wrong. And then everyone there will calm down eventually. Then we've spent 2 stability instead of 7 to get this war for some money. Do I have naval levies? I do not. That is slightly concerning when they have a single galley sitting there. Keeping us from going into Hormuz. Cameron, I'm gonna have to end your scootage if I can. I'm disloyal. Minab. I end scootage. You aren't scootaging. Because it's a transport. I see. This is a problem. This is a problem. How do I fix this? They're all cogs. Transports. Cameron. Cameron, are you scootage? I probably scootaged you for money. I'm regretting that now that I see that I need your navy. Okay. Not this... Nope. Still disloyal. Almost not disloyal. Hey kid, be diplomatic. We can't just punch them for money. We need a navy to do that. That's not great. And our navy is in our disloyal subject. I thought we were succeeding at that. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. We pissed everyone off and spent some prestige for nothing, but... Minab. Question. How would you like to be aggressive? Maybe your boat will go out there and cause a problem. You have so many people. Like 5,000 people, and we can't get up there. What do you want? I'm not willing to annul treaties with Sama. I'm willing to pay you war reparations. Sure. Okay. We lost that war on account of not having a navy. That's a problem. That's a problem. We lost our Mirabanids. You know what? That's fine. Sama is the one we really need. We're not as bad over the limit now. It means our vassals are loyal. Can we get rid of supporting loyalists in Gamron? Not yet. Are you Scootage? I want you not to be Scootage. Now that I know that I'll need your troops. Okay, you're Scootaged. I don't want you Scootaged. That's going to be an issue. We're not gonna we're not gonna be able to do that until we have a loyal Gamron. With a loyal Gamron, Gamron should be able to handle the Ormuzzi Navy. But also, we need to be thinking about our navy some more. There's no one available on the market for getting married. That's slightly frustrating. Well, it is what it is. In hindsight, I should have taken the... bit. I should have done... What should I have done? I should have... done the law change. I got greedy. I punished. Oh, hi. We're the 160 power in the world. We've embraced your institutions, mostly, it looks like. Okay. I didn't notice it because it was just the embraced institutions. But yay, we're up from like 800 to 160. People might know our name. What sort of power are we? Just normal. Well, people will learn our name. Carson Bay II, embarrassed by not understanding how boats work. I've now hydrated. You don't need to be mad at me. I'm remembering to do the drinking I need to drink. Doctor's orders: keep stools soft so that the hernia doesn't explode and kill me. It's not going to be a long stream like the last couple days. I'm a little sleepy. I just noticed that we had our peak viewership, like, period on Monday morning, and I see that all of our Monday morning people are back. So, hello. Nothing too exciting, though. It's at the phase of the game where we're just sitting there annexing. Speed things up a little. It's nice to have lost a war, because that is definitely 100% my fault not thinking things through. I still think that first war was a message settings issue. Why do I have Harvey still pinned? We're not going to be able to... We were monitoring your age earlier, when there was a chance that we could kill you before you came of age and inherit Sama, but we're not going to be able to inherit Sama anymore. It came so close! It came so close! I'm going to be sad about that for a while. I might... When we're secure in Iran, we're going to have to turn around and punch Sama somehow before the end of the game. Just that inheritance. It's important to me. Arachnids are falling. Only the Jalarids and the Arachnids don't have portions anymore. Ilkhanate is crumbling. Slow negotiations? No, our annexing cost. No, it's going to be 1430 before it's done. No, it is going to give us another town. They made something a town. Right. Here, you have a town. Where's your town? Not Banjbor. Not Banjbor. Not Buleda. Arafshan. Arafshan's a town. I thought for sure it was Banajbur. Okay. We need so many roads. No! Our cousin, Carson Bay, has died. Still no one we can marry to. People just... Oh. The Muzaffarids have someone. We must... Our heir... must claim... Farah. Farah, you are kind of bad. Scandal has been averted. We can make our nobles happy, or we can move towards plutocracy at the cost of really... the nobles can stay happy for now. We should be starting to get some burgers. We've got 900 burgers now. It's not just 20 dudes hanging out in the... Oh, there's more burgers than there are nobles. Well, that's great. So it's not just 20 guys hanging out in the market anymore. There's a whole 900 people. 500 of them in Calmet. Making booze. So instead of 20 dudes hanging out in the market, there's now 500 dudes violating the laws of Islam in the market. Don't we love the game? No, our relations. We're over our cap again. It's all Cameron's fault. Cameron's loyal again. Cameron's paying us almost a whole ducat by themselves. So I'm not going to be too angry with them. Like, that's the money over there. I should really... I've said it before. I'm going to say it more seriously now. I might want to think about moving my capital. Leto wants money. Sure. I don't want to take the depot rep hit. We would lose control over so much of our country over here doing that, but just, I feel like we need to think about moving our capital. How do we move our capital? Hire couriers. Feels like there should be a way. Just move my capital. We're not going to actually do this, but are there any of these that I really want? Autocracy. Privy Council. I think autocracy is what I want. That's going to give us the government. Yeah, we're getting close to there. Okay. We can get stability for money. We can lose prestige for legitimacy. We can piss off the burgers for prestige. Why am I going to take seriously 900 guys getting drunk at the capital? Pay your taxes and go away. Are they paying their taxes? Not really. There's an independence movement. Against Georgia? I'm not going to get involved in a fight with Georgia. That's just too far away. We do need to look inward for a bit. I'm saying having had the need to look inward for a bit for like since like 1380. Looking outward is so fun though. But any fighting we do over here is going to be against the Indridids. The Indridids want to be allies with us. I just don't know that we have enough routes to income. It really feels like there should be a road like this. Like that. And then just this area suffers. Which I think is probably how it went in life. Like, in the world. I don't know. Maybe our burgers are going to make money and build the roads. We got some disconnected roads. I feel like we need the road up to... We need the road from here through to there. 300. That's almost the cost of a town. We need the road from here to there. Almost the cost of a town. And then we need the road from here to there. Half the cost of a town. This is so expensive. If we want to get to Gwatter, that's how we do it. Oh, we got the cultural influence. Hooray. So many lovely roads. You got the Silk Road. Actually rode it up. Someone built a road over that mountain. The Ancients have roads. Oh, we're the ones who don't have roads, and it's frustrating. Sama. We're getting there. We can ask for money. No, we can't. We don't have enough favors. Don't lie to me, game. Don't lie to me. Don't tell me that I can ask for money when I can't. I want to. Gosh, I miss the Bank of Papa. That was so wonderful as the Knights. Just going to the Pope in Hungary. Oh, Papa, give me money. Hungry, give me money. Papa, give me money. And just riding the Bank of Papa to the unification of Anatolia. It's a pity the game was kind of bad then. It's much, much better now. 1.1 is much better. I still think that default message settings need a bit of a tweak. Err on the side of giving the players too much information. It's easier to turn off a message than it is to turn on a message, you know? I don't think that default message settings should have it be possible for someone to join a war without you getting a pop-up informing you. And if you want to turn it off, you can. Somalia and Ethiopia. Yemen. Yemen's getting pretty chunky. We have a claim throne on Ormuz. Well, you know, we're not going to use that for the time being. But having a claim throne on Hormuz, when we have actual naval power, that could give us some potential to attack them. Okay, we have some people who can get married, so they should. So many kids who need to get married. So many. Closer ties with the House of Bandari Jask. That is great for us. And there's a little marriage between Farah, who is not one of the kids that we need to get married. That's so sad. Would have been nice if that event had been like, hey, Mayor here is gonna run around. Turns out when you marry, like... Yeah, it turns out when you get 4 spouses, you have so many children you need to marry off. And when you have a bunch of daughters that way, that cranks your prestige up to absurdly high values. But now that it's sons' time, we're having problems. Not the most exciting situation. Again, I'm not probably going to stream. I'm not going to stream for like 7 hours today. I'm going to wake up, and I have work to do on the super secret project that I'm not telling anyone about, that I'm telling everyone about. Just... So, like... I have, if it wasn't clear from my ramblings in the first episode about Muhammad Tughlaq, I have a bit of a interest in Indian history. Particularly modern Indian history. Like, the revolts against the British Raj, and then kind of the aftermath thereof. But all of that exists in a context of the late medieval era. So, you know... You want to start there. And one of the things that irritates me about Indian history books and podcasts are that there's a few things like you basically get kind of in the podcast space 2 big, I don't want to call them sins because they're not that serious, but like 2 big blurgs. Like you have the India History podcast, which irritates me because it does that kind of mystical, magical India thing, and like I work with Indian people. I've worked with Indian people for like a decade. India isn't this mystical, magical land. It's the place with the office block that my night shift works. You know, it's the oh, we have a problem we have to work with. Well, either you're gonna have to stay up till 10 o'clock your time, or I have to get up at 2 a.m. my time, and I'll just get up at 2 a.m. my time. Then I can, you know, flex on my coworkers, and you can go home to your family. Like, it's just... India is just a place. It's not mystical, magical, and I don't like when people show it off like that. And then the second thing is, like, Empire's podcast. Great podcast, but their goal is... Like, they're not interested in the history of India for India's sake. They're interested in why do empires rise and fall. And I feel like that's, you know, not what we want. We have a new government reform. Haha. Break my little rant/advertisement to start establishing aristocracy, or autocracy. But yeah, so... You know, I kind of like, I want something that is interested in India for its sake, that doesn't, like, mythologize it and otherize it. And then, in, like, history textbooks about modern India, because they don't want to go back to the late medieval era to talk about modern India, they almost all start with discussions of Portugal and Spain, and it feels really wrong to me, really Eurocentric, to start discussions of the history of India by talking up people in Europe. I know that European colonialization is the defining force of India, but like it bugs me. So I've always wanted to kind of build a history of India in the modern era from the perspective of India, you know, because like there's all, if you're looking at it from the perspective of Europe, there's all sorts of things that start happening that are like, why didn't they stop this? Why didn't they squash these bugs? And I feel like if you do it from the point of view of India rather than Europe, well, you know, why do they care about these Portuguese pirates taking Goa? You know, that's a city that gets tossed back and forth between these two places. If they're willing to govern it and swear fealty, who cares? It's fine. And so I want to center that, right? And I wasn't quite sure if that was just going to be me reading books and having a hobby or whatever. But then my bestie, like I have a habit of having best friends who aren't my best friend, just because I don't know, that symmetry in relationships is weird. I don't know why we expect it, but my bestie, the person who has been the best friend to me of my friends in the last like 5 years, is an Indian American trans woman. And she, as I get into this fixation, is also like, yeah, oh, I've been there. Like, she's been all over. She's visited family throughout India, but she doesn't really know about any history outside of the Mughal Empire, because when she was in high school, she had a book on the Mughal Empire. And I can't pronounce shit in India. So we have developed the idea, and it is coming to fruition slowly, of a podcast on the history of India from the Indian perspective, where I will be the driver, and she will be coming along to provide color commentary, to relate kind of what places in India are, because while I work with a lot of people in India, and I do a lot of calls with people in India, I'm an American. I ain't actually been to India. So, and I can't fly, so I probably never will get the opportunity to go to India until I am old and retired and can take a ship and, not have to worry about things. But she's been to India. She's got family. She's been all over the place. She's got family all over the place. Her family's just doing business everywhere, and they have everyone come visit. So, that's going to be fun. So I'm probably going to stop in an hour or so to kind of force myself to start working on that. Yeah, we're going mysticism still. And you all can look forward to that. It'll have its own dedicated everything. We're gonna try and advertise it, because both of us have become a little unemployed in swift succession. She is looking for a job more readily than I am, because my hernia is acting up. Why did I stream in the morning on Monday and the afternoon on Tuesday? Well, it's because my hernia started acting up, and I spent until, noon yesterday in bed in horrific pain. Why did I not sleep well last night? Well, because I was in horrific pain until about, midnight. And then just kind of my body started waking up again at 2 o'clock, because it's so used to doing that. And now we're streaming here in the morning. But so that until that gets fixed, I've lost my last job basically because I can't perform job duties with my hernia, and America does not have actual protections. Ooh, we have a lovely scholar. Yep. My last company, not a bad company, has issues. I'm still working out what I'm allowed and not allowed to say. I've told them about the issues. So it's fine. But I'm not going to be too angry at them. It's just kind of a systemic issue in the US that we don't have proper sick leave and disability care going on. A tax exemption for the nobles. We'll guarantee this passes. Sure. So we're going to do the law change. We're going to do our de jure laws by blood. Speed up our integrations. Nobles are paying a lot of taxes. We're not gonna. The stability is not worth the income loss. We're gonna take that. Get our annexations going. Another person who needs a marriage. A daughter. There's lots of people out there. Okay, who's our biggest person? Most you. Probably up here. None of them are really great. Let's go with Jalfer. They're nearby. We might be able to inherit them. Hi, Sheik. Give us a little prestige. So threatening the failure of the council. Maybe we'll get really, really lucky and it'll pass anyway. The other option on the list? Not enough to matter. Yeah. That's fine. We got the law change we wanted. It's not super speeding up this particular annexation. Because we have slow negotiations. But that's fine. How's our tech coming? Cost of court coming soon. And the universities. And the additional cabinet seat. I don't even know what I'm going to do with that. Yeah, I don't care about passing the law. So many options. I don't even know what I want to grab. Oh, yeah. It's great. It's a good problem to have. Having embraced all of our institutions, a good problem to have. The concept of the New World has not yet appeared. The concept of the printing press has not yet appeared. This will begin in 1437. Age of Discovery is relatively soon. We'll actually have to think things through and get something that we are interested in. We can lose money, have the commoners really happy, or lose legitimacy. I think that we're going to lose about the same amount of money on legitimacy as 6, so happy commoners are taxed commoners. Let's go! Oh, we have another religious figure who's shown up. It's great. Great for us. Do we actually get any benefit from these religious figures hanging out? Okay, if we had more mysticism, we could invite them. More jurisprudence, more mysticism. And it'll give us what they have. So this would, for more mysticism, we could get legitimacy and innovative, or research progress and innovative. And then if we were in the jurisprudence land, which we're not, we could get literacy. We are full up on diplomats. The one thing that the game needs, I think, is more kind of nothing actions to spend diplomats on that sort of don't feel like complete wastes, but also don't consume active diplomats. Export licenses for the nobles. But that's fine. need a better education. Be diplomatic. Any spouses available for the then? Nope, but we have another daughter. And we can grab some prestige from out of the city. Out of the town. So, Hamadan! Hi, would your count like to marry our daughter? Look at that, just Habsburg across Iran. Maybe we're gonna get just extremely lucky. I don't think we're actually going to do that. It's not a viable strategy, I don't think. But hey, who knows? Maybe. Maybe we'll inherit all the crowns. We did come very close to just inheriting Sama, and that's good. And there's that sound track that I play. This is the song. This is the song that is too loud. That one song too loud. I have to go manually turn it down when I notice that it's on, because it is too loud. All the other songs seem to be, like, properly balanced, but that song... More mines, more lumber. I'm not gonna say no to that. Cheaper cost of court. That's just straight money. Not gonna say no to that. How's our tax base looking? Kinda miserable. How's our control looking? Worse every day, but not as bad as it might be. It's gonna look actually kind of even worse in a few months, because we're gonna bring Buleda, and that's gonna be nothing. Roads. So expensive. Population. Pretty okay. This is why I like to go gather my armies in Bashagard. Good for defense. And then if we can defend and then my vassals keep like trying to fight offensive there. They're so stupid. No. They're mad at us because we annexed Buleda. Well, that's done. We still basically need to annex everyone who isn't in our west vassals. Everyone who isn't Manab or Gamran needs to go, basically. Manab, Gamran, and Sama are eating up 5 diplo capacity. So our next... So we may as well just go in, like, our most expensive, which would be Karan. I don't want to deal with Karan. Who's willing? Wise probably willing. Yep. Well, I wanted to wait for you, but everything that isn't in the west needs to get inside me, so we're gonna do you. Knob, you're gonna be fine. Improve the opinion of Kanuj. And we're going to have to improve the opinion of Kalran. no, our ruler's first cousin died from a burst ulcer. That's unfortunate. And hey, the song ended, so now everything's a sensible volume again, and I can turn it back up. I really just don't like that one song. I need to figure out... I know that you can, like, change what music is playing. I need to just figure it out. Set my own music. We can lose legitimacy to gain stability, or we can anger the commoners and lose tax money. Start moving towards capital economy. Gain you know what? Enforce the use of coinage. I think we're getting to the point where that matters. I think we need a little bit of inflation. We need a little bit of inflation so we can lose it. But we don't want crazy amounts, so... I think we'll go at there, 0.1%. But we'll take that level of inflation. Because if we don't have inflation, how are we going to lose it? Exactly. If we get to like 1%, I'll probably. Okay, well, this was going to happen eventually. Sama has called us into their war. It's a defensive war. We have to work with them. We need Sama to keep everyone else on our edge, especially Iraqi Ajam. So, we will join the war. We will look at what's going on in the war. We will see our opponents are there. We probably don't need to help here. But I feel like I want to. Mostly because I want to have something to do. So, I'm gonna raise my levies. We're gonna raise our levies in a different spot than usual. Normally I raise my levies over there, but we're gonna come to Beleda. That's gonna be our rally point. That could be, it's gonna give me something to do. In this defensive war. And we're gonna see if we can't help Sama grow. Maybe get some money. Okay, they have a lot of troops. It's gonna be a while till we can get involved. They have a lot of troops. We are really just icing on the case there. Goodness gracious, that's so many people. That fight there had the population of our entire country in it. Not quite. We have almost 200,000 people, but you know, still, that's like a fifth of our country in that one fight. So much. Okay. People are allowed to join up with us. We're gonna come here. We'll put our best crown commander in charge, which is our heir, Abulfazi. Leading the army. We're going to see if we can't gather up enough people. Make sure our vassals are all supportive. And I don't want them to wander off and get squished. Let's go to Hinglaj, because Hinglaj is more defensible. That is so many people. We cannot fight that army. Even if everyone stacks up, we don't have enough to fight that army. Okay, let's look at our tactics. Where is our most defensible position? Everyone fall back to Mashikai. Shit. Okay, well, we're gonna try and bleed them as much as we can. That's not good. Okay, well, at least this isn't our war, so we'll, when we can, we'll retreat back to Sarbaz. That was entirely too many people. Where are we going? That is not Sarbaz. That is not where I wanted you to retreat to. That's, kind of the opposite of where I wanted to go. There's a good place here. There are not good places for defense here. Oh, okay. I'm finding the downside to this. I'm gonna run away up north here. Gotta find a way to datter. And get caught. Gosh darn it. Get out of here. We lost the entire army. Okay. Well, we tried. It was our turn to cost a bunch of war score. I don't think we could win this fight. When can we leave this war? Humiliation and any. I really don't want to annul treaties with Sama. I need them. I need them to defend me, especially after you destroyed my entire frickin' army. Oh my god. Jerks. Reminding you that you never help your friends. Helping your friends is a terrible idea. Sama's probably going to be forced to annul treaties with us anyway. Okay. Let's think about this. What is the absolute minimum that they're willing to take from us for us to get out of here? War reparations. No. Money. No. The humiliation. Getting there. Not transferring vassals. Not releasing vassals. Not liberating anyone. Not changing any cores. Don't care about any of that. Yeah, they really just want me to lose my friend. No, our cabinet member. Senbei. No car Senbei, just Senbei. Oh. Yay. You know what? Beggars cannot be choosers. You know what? Humiliation. Goodbye there. Oh. Oh, yeah, right. We need the year. Yeah, you don't need to. We've already lost. Go away. Go away. We've already lost the war. We're just waiting for the year. Can go away. When does this war start? When's the war? When can we? 8th of November. Go away. Come back in November. Go away and come back in November. We'll give you what you want then. No. Run away. Oh, we have another cabinet seat. What do we want to do here? We have another cabinet. We can do more development. Development's probably just what we do. Yeah. I think that is what we just do. Development. Hazard couldn't. Best crown member we got. This is not what I like to see. No, don't you freeze on me. The game is deciding to lock up and freeze a little. Come on. Get through the save. You can do it, I believe in you. This happened last time and we just had to restart the game and it ran fine for like 5 hours. Yeah, this is going to lose us some of the war, but I'm going to go ahead and take the loss and let it quit out. And I'll go ahead and consider that the end of the stream because I was going to stop after the war anyway. So do we have enough folk to hang around and run a raid? We do. So stay put. We're going to find someone to send you into. If you have recommendations, feel free to let me know in chat because my standard raid category is mostly in the afternoon. Let's see. If there's no one there, you know, we'll enjoy some art. I hope you speak Japanese. We're gonna go enjoy some art. Get in here. Don't embarrass me. Let's enjoy some art. Rah. Thanks for coming.